The manshine and FC barcha match is officially wrapped up this chapter, and the final rankings are also shown. I honestly sat in bed for like 30 minutes in shock at what happened, so with nothing else to say, y'all have to see this for yourselves. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and today we'll be taking a look at the Blue Lock Chapter 298 leaks, titled Alone Together. If you enjoy the content I put out and would like to support the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below with any video ideas you'd like to see. I also have a community Discord linked in the description, so if you'd like to chat with me and other fans of the series, feel free to join up and say hello. I hope you all enjoyed today's leaks as much as I did, and thanks as usual for tuning in. Today's leaks start off as usual with intro text which states, Nagi evolves with his ego. An incomplete genius finally flourishes. We pick back up with Nagi calmly tightening his gloves, but the energy around him is anything but that. A giant skull-shaped aura begins to rise up from behind him, signaling that something in him is snapped into place. Ryo looks at him slightly confused, trying to read his expression, but Nagi is not smiling. His face is cold and serious. He makes it clear to Ryo that he's now fired up, and he can win without him. You don't have to pass to me anymore, Ryo, and I won't pass to you either. As Ryo tries to process Nagi's shift, he calls out to him, trying to reason with his partner. He reminds Nagi that if they don't score the next goal, it's game over for them. But Nagi doesn't stop walking. He keeps moving forward, calmly but firmly shutting Ryo down. He tells him to him straight, it's not us anymore. Ryo already did his part by scoring the equalizer and securing his own survival. Now, the ending belongs to Nagi's seishiro. Ryo tries one last time, suggesting that they should still try to link up before, but Nagi shoots it down, saying bluntly that it's not going to work. He's already chosen a different path. This new approach is his to walk alone. Nagi goes on ahead, his back now fully turned to Ryo, creating a clear separation between them physically and mentally. As he moves forward, he reflects aloud. If Ryo's by his side, he knows he'll fall back into relying on him. That comfort, that dependency, it's what held him back. But now he gets it. That kind of soccer built on codependence won't ever make him the world's best. He acknowledges that Ryo has grown strong enough to fight on his own, and now, it's his turn to do the same. As Nagi continues to walk away, his voice drops, quietly admitting something that he's never said before. He's actually scared in this moment. Behind him, Ryo reaches out, trying to stop him, saying that he still wants to fight alongside him, but Nagi does not stop. He tells himself to let go, and with that, the match kicks back off. With FC Barcha in possession, Bachira starts things off by kicking off the ball with a focused expression on his face. Across the pitch, we see Nagi already on the move, running forward and ready to forge his own path now. Charging full speed down the pitch, Nagi stares ahead with sharp focus, and in his mind, we hear his resolve crystallize. Change this fear into fire. On the other side of the field, Bachira eyes his passing lane, setting the ball across with speed only to suddenly look up. Out of nowhere, Nagi leaps into the sky, intercepting the pass with a clean, effortless trap midair that leaves everyone stunned. Landing smoothly, he doesn't hesitate. He immediately sends the ball off to Agi, who genuinely looks caught off guard by this choice, as do I. As Nagi's unexpected play happens, Agi looks over and smiles, finally realizing that Nagi is locked in and playing with real intent. He keeps the momentum going by sending the ball right back to him. Nagi stays sharp, controlling it cleanly before sending a quick pass out to Shigari, who's already sprinting up the wing. He stays locked in on his run, calling for the return and keeping the pace up. Shigari fires across back in Nagi's direction, setting up a solid sequence between the three. But even with all of this movement in action, Nagi cannot shake the thought that Ryo no longer is beside him. That sense of comfort and partnership is gone, and it hits him in real time as he continues pushing forward. As the ball drops towards him, Nagi's inner voice cuts through the noise. He never imagined it would come to this. A future where he's on the field alone, without Ryo at his side. Across from him, the defender tenses up, shocked that Nagi is still going this strong late into the match. But Nagi's frustration builds. He hates this feeling. He hates that Ryo isn't there. So he turns his emotion into motion, trapping the ball dead, bouncing it up with control, then smoothly rolling it across his back before launching into a clean rainbow flick. As Nagi lands his rainbow flick down and keeps moving forward, his emotions finally bubble up inside. Deep down, he still wants to be with Ryo. No matter how far he runs or how much he evolves, that connection still lingers in the distance. From afar, Ryo quietly watches, saying his name under his breath, but Nagi makes a silent vow. He'll become strong enough on his own, strong enough to walk beside Ryo again, not behind him. With sharp timing, Nagi dishes the ball off to Agi, who instantly redirects it back. Nagi leaps in front of the goalkeeper, leg pulled back as he's ready to strike. As he winds up in front of the goal, everything feels like it's building towards a shot, but he's not done evolving yet. Just as the defender lunges in, expecting the shot, Nagi hits a brutal feint, popping the ball back up instead. His eyes flare with clarity, the flow state locking in crystal clear. This is not instinct anymore, but full control. The defender is left stunned, completely thrown off by Nagi's calm creativity under pressure. Just as Nagi prepares to follow up on his feint though, otoya suddenly appears right in front of him, cutting off his angle like a phantom. With his usual calm but sharp tone, otoya questions him, How many times is he going to try that same move? Nagi flinches in surprise, realizing that he's been read, and Otoya makes it clear. He's already studied that technique from the Bastard Munich game, and he's not letting it slide though again. The opening Nagi created is completely sealed. As the ball drops back down towards him, Nagi freezes. Otoya read this move perfectly, and now there are 3 defenders closing in. His mind starts racing. Should he shoot? But the angle's off. He's surrounded. They're gonna steal it. And then, it all crashes in. He's scared. For the first time, he's truly paralyzed by the pressure, his thoughts spiraling as the text bubbles darken, his raw fears taking shape. The genius who once made everything look effortless is stuck, standing still under the weight of his own expectations. Alone. The word echoes in Nagi's head over and over, heavier with each repetition. He's frozen and overwhelmed, until a voice cuts through screaming his name. Rayo comes bursting onto the scene, sprinting alongside him and calling out with everything he has. Nagi turns his head, eyes wide, genuinely shocked to see him there. With 2 defenders closing in fast, Nagi makes his decision. This time, not for himself, but for them. Launching into the air, he volleys the ball with precision straight towards Rayo's direction, actually passing off the ball. Just as the pass flies towards Rayo, bachira comes soaring in between them, cutting it off with a cleanly sharp trap. Eyes locked on to Nagi, bachira delivers the hit straight to his ego just like Lin and Baro did. If Nagi can't push through this fear, face defeat, and still move forward alone, then in bachira's eyes, he's failed as an egoist. It's not a moment of malice, but of pure principle. His bachira stands between them, his bid ranking flashes on the screen. 5th place overall with a massive 120 million yen offer. His bachira takes up the field, flowing effortlessly past defenders. The next wave of blue lock rankings flash across the screen. Rayo Mikage, 78 million. Kunigami Rensuke, 66 million. Otoya Ida, 63 million. Oliver Aiku, 60 million. Karasu Tabito, 55 million. Bachira meanwhile charges ahead in a smooth temporary flow state, weaving through the defense like it's nothing. As he keeps up his rhythm charging down the pitch, the rest of the rankings flash across the monitor too with more confirmed salaries. Gagamoto at 50 million. Aryu at 45. Yukimiya at 42. Nico at 40. Hyuri with 39. Sendo at 37. Corona at 35. Santetsu at 33. Fukaku with 28. Raichi at 27 million. And Kiora closing it out with 26 million. These are the players still holding onto their spots, standing on the edge of survival. Back on the field, Bachira zips a pass forward to their teammate, and then immediately bursts into an open space. He glances right, perfectly reading the return ball, and with fluid momentum, leaps into the air to meet it mid-motion, setting up for his next shot. As the ball slams into the back of the net, Bachira secures the final goal of the match, winning it 3-2 for FC Barcha. His play seals the game, and the moment instantly shifts over to Isagi's perspective back in the other stadium. Looking up at the board, his eyes widen slightly. What? The final piece of the puzzle clicks into place as the rankings update, and in 23rd place, taking the very last available spot on the U20 Japan national team roster, it's Nanase. As the full rankings settle on the screen, Isagi stares in disbelief, softly muttering Nagi's name. Sitting just above the cutoff line for the final selection of the U20 Japan national team, we have 22 and 23, but just beneath that line is a name no one expected. Nagi SCHRÖDINGERS, with a shockingly low bid of 24 million yen, sits at 24th place, disqualified from making the national team. Even Nanase, who's narrowly made it in, stares up at the screen, stunned. With that, the outro text for today's chapter says, "A genius, surprisingly disqualified. Even the Demon King Isagi is shocked by this unexpected final ranking." Next week, we sadly leave Blue Lock on a short break, meaning chapter 299 leaks are expected to drop around April 14th. The upcoming chapter title is Blue Tears, which already sounds like it's going to be a very emotional one. With Nagi missing the cut and rankings now finalized, we might finally see how the players react to the fallout. I imagine it's going to be similar to when he said, "Will I look like that when I'm eliminated?" to Narahaya, but just this time, it's actually Nagi crying. Let me know what you guys think or want to expect for next week. Anyways, with that sadly being the end of today's leaks, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in to watch. If you enjoy staying updated with Blue Lock or just want to support my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button and commenting below for the algorithm. I also have a community Discord you can find linked down below, so if you'd like to chat with me or other fans of the series, please feel free to join up. Thank you all so much again, and I'll see you in the next upload.